You put me in handcuffs for being in a thong.
As long as it's not in a sexually explicit manner and there's no sexually...
A girl in a bikini is on the beach. The police say she violated the law against nudity. She says, "I wasn't naked," and then she's handcuffed. The question is this legitimate law enforcement, or is it arbitrary application of the law? Today, we will analyze this situation based on American law.
If you stop acting like this, we'll
Sam, just relax. Just relax, all right? No. So, she's being detained. She's being detained right now, okay? All right?
The way she's acting just now.
Okay, and how is that? No. How was she just acting in your eyes? That's all I want to see. I just want to...
Tell me she's not going to listen.
No, she didn't say that. She asked you if she wants, if you can show her the penal code that says, or the law that says.
And you said no.
Hey, come here, officer, so we can explain to you too.
I can hear you. I'm uncomfortable right now. Can I just sit here, please?
No. You're coming to a car and we're just going to show you the ordinance.
I just feel uncomfortable.
I'm asking you to come to my car so I can get out the... If you want to see it, you have to come to the car.
Well, I'm over here. Really uncomfortable.
We're not going to.
What is this reasoning? We're not going anywhere. You're not going to what?
So, why is it illegal to have a bikini on the beach?
I literally wear this to the beach every day.
You want us to show you? We're going to show you.
Absolutely. Did someone complain?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't just show up and tell everybody we're... Yeah, we just don't show up and throw people in handcuffs.
I understand.
Turn right to it. Nudity display specific anatomical parts and specific sexual areas of evidence shall be unlawful for any person appearing in the nude on any public beach act.
Here, the police read, "Shall be unlawful if you're in the nude." If the ordinance only prohibits nudity, then what constitutes nudity must be clearly defined. According to constitutional principles, laws should not be overly ambiguous. In Papachristou versus City of Jacksonville, 1972, the Supreme Court stressed that ambiguous laws can lead to arbitrary enforcement. Therefore, the question is, does this law clearly define nudity? If not, the arrest could be disputed.
Access the public waters or any public property in the view of the public.
I'm not
So
nude.
nobody's nude. There's nobody nude right now.
I'm not nude.
Okay, you're in a thong.
Okay.
Thong is not
Thong
nude.
is not nude. All right. An anus, a vagina are nude. All right. Just an anus and a vagina are nudity. A thong is not nudity.
No,
Okay.
it's
All
not.
right. Having your nipples exposed is not against the law.
It's not.
As long as it is not in a sexually explicit manner.
We're just
No, I'm
on-
serious.
Can you please let go of me?
No, you're in handcuffs.
You put me in handcuffs for being in a thong.
As long as it's not in a sexually explicit manner, and there's there's nothing sexually explicit about this.
Where did you read where it says anything about sexual aggression? I just read it.
You just
Okay,
we have
nude, in the nude. This is not considered nudity. There is clothing covering their private parts.
You know what anatomical areas are?
I do know what anatomical areas are.
Expressing of the buttocks. is an
No,
anatomical area.
no, it's not. Okay, well then
So is my belly
then
button
there's
is an
other girls
area.
that have their cheeks exposed. So do the same thing to them. Go put them in handcuffs. It's simple. Like if just because she has a bikini that is more revealing does not mean that she's in the wrong. There are other bikinis. Like look, I can see her butt cheeks.
Every
I can
bikini on
see-
this
I mean-
page shows your butt. That's why your butt is not illegal. Nothing in there says thong. Any quote unquote private parts are not uncovered. Or yeah, none of our private parts are uncovered.
Not where bikini falls.
Where does it say? It doesn't say that. It says nudity.
I'm not nude.
There's no
Laws regarding indecent exposure in many states often prohibit the exposure of genitals, the public area, or the anus. However, not all bikinis or thongs constitute nudity. The legal point lies in whether or not actual genitalia are exposed. If the private parts remain covered and there is no sexually explicit behavior, it is difficult to constitute a criminal offense. The distinction between revealing clothing and complete nudity is the deciding factor.
Nudity going on here. Can we have names and badge numbers, please?
Yeah. Well, this is Zach Raffi. I know his wife, actually. It's Guy's ex-fiance.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she pierced my nipples.
And then badge number?
35 now.
And this
Officer
is...
Dick 368.
What's your first name?
Kyle.
Dick.
Okay.
Cool. Can I...
No, you're detained right now.
Because I don't... It's literally detained me
Yes.
for being in a thong.
Yes, because of the way you're acting.
No.
How was she acting? She did not act irrationally.
Your questions right now?
No, I think you should. Yeah. Then what? You're just gonna sit here and argue with us? Why? Because you don't like the way we're dressed?
No, wait for some time.
Okay.
Great. Can someone grab our stuff? Because like my phone's over there.
They do have to be covered.
They are covered. This is just the shirt.
No.
Cover this shirt to the beach.
Again, I'm talking to her.
Okay, I understand you're talking to her, but
You need to go over there.
No,
I'm on a public beach. I'm on a public beach.
No, he does not.
Look, we have our social distance. We have our social distance.
He does not. This is just like. Wait, can you let us go? I would
Stop tweaking.
I would rather go home than pissed off because you put me in handcuffs.
Also, why are you guys not recording right now?
That's why I'm
You have no reason to
red.
do this. No right to do this. It doesn't make any fucking sense. You literally told me
Yes,
this
it does.
is nudity, and I'm not gay.
because of the way you're acting.
If you're telling us that we're dressed inappropriately for the beach, and we say, okay, we'll go home, can we just go home? I'm so uncomfortable. Like, I just want to go home. Literally, you said someone else called and complained about us?
We have a
What?
supervisor.
Well, what if we just go home because you told us something that we did? I didn't know that. Like, I had a secret
tweaking and you were in
tongue.
cuffs.
I'm not.
You're just twisting your legs, twisting your arms, putting your
I'm
arms over
trying
your
to
head.
get you to get off of me.
I can't do that because you're in cuffs.
What, can you let us know, like,
So-
can I go home? Like, can we go?
Not right now.
Can we call Jim? Or what do you get my phone? What if
You
we
guys
just...
keep being equal.
What?
Your friend there, Jim.
Julie, will you call Jim?
I'll call Jim.
Can I go get my phone?
Yeah, you're not detained right
You're
now.
not detained. Go get my phone.
You cannot leave here.
Is she detained?
Yes, she is detained.
Give her your
She's
phone.
under investigation.
Give her your
Okay.
phone.
All right. You hold my phone.
Hold his phone. He's gonna go get my phone.
But what if, like, can we just agree to go home then?
No, apparently not. We're detained.
She didn't want to listen to you first, right?
I mean, I'm sorry.
Right?
I'm
I'm
just
sorry, do I have
uncomfortable. I
to?
don't want to
Because
talk
you've
about it.
decided.
Listen,
When I asked you to show me,
I don't have to show you anything. I'm here to educate you. I'm not gonna pull a book out of my
you're not
pocket
here
and tell you.
to educate me. You're here to
Well, I-
fucking threaten me and harass me like this.
No, I'm not here to
bullshit
threaten or
reasons.
harass.
When she is handcuffed, this is no longer a voluntary conversation. According to Terry v. Ohio, 1968, police can only detain someone if there is reasonable suspicion of a specific violation. If it is based solely on the controversial act of wearing a bikini, then the suspicion must be based on the clear wording of the ordinance. Furthermore, the use of handcuffs in detention must have a specific safety reason. Otherwise, it may be considered excessive.
And why did you come up to us? I'm not new.
Because we got a call about you
Okay,
guys.
so what's going on?
Can you get off of me, please?
Well, he's holding so that way you don't fall.
I'm not gonna fall.
Tell me what's going on.
He called and told us that we're nude and that we can't be nude on the beach. I'm not nude. I asked him to show me where it says I can't wear a thong. He said no. He told me that he wouldn't show me, and I said, okay, then we're done here. And then he put me in cuffs immediately. And then after that, they brought me over here, showed me their book, which doesn't say anything about being in a thong. It just says you can't be nude.
Jimmy Jam?
Jimmy Jam, yeah. So, I am not nude. Everything that is a quote-unquote private part is covered. You can't tell me I can't wear a thong. So,
So here's the thing. But you have on a thong, Bob.
Hey, Jim, Sam's been detained right now for wearing a thong on the beach.
I'll go up to see one.
Okay, great.
She asked me to call you. It's her and Kendall.
With the exposure of anatomical parts, like what you have on is nothing not that you can't calculate.
But you can't tell us that. Anatomical parts could be my belly button. You can't just make things up at your discretion.
Listen, I'm not making. I'm telling you what the city ordinance. I'm not just saying, hey, anatomical parts say that's what the city ordinance is.
Anatomical parts means a part of your body.
Right,
You could
exactly.
literally say it's anything.
Listen, but what she has on is not.
It's also not. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. It's not being displayed in a sexually explicit manner.
Okay.
Okay, I'm with them. No.
Okay.
He's not going away. No.
So let me go pull up the city ordinance for it. Give me just a minute. Get everything printed out. I will show it to you. You cannot be here with thong. You have to have one cover. It's actually $120 off the gate. Let me go get everything pulled up.
Am I right to take her out? Are you gonna cooperate? Or are you gonna run away?
She's been cooperating.
I'm not going to run away. I'm just not going to deal with this bullshit.
I don't even think that I specifically chose not to wear a thong today because I wanted different tan lines.
I wear a thong every day.
I had that thought go through my head. I was like, oh, I don't want thong tan lines. I'm gonna wear a different bikini.
Right.
Did you leave him a message?
No, he picked up.
Yeah.
I would just call him back because I was just trying to let him listen in.
They just took me out of handcuffs, but they're trying to tell me to handle that for me. I mean, they can't tell me that I'm nude. This is a bikini that I bought in a store. This is that I bought in a store.
Listen, if you cooperate from the get-go,
Which she did.
Which I did.
She did.
You refused
told us
to
to walk
tell
away.
me.
That's not cooperating.
You refused to. I asked you to show me what was
How's that
telling you. You said no. You said you didn't want to talk to me.
She asked you to show you. She asked you to show you, and then you guys said no right off the bat. So she did say walk away after that.
What you
Like-
want to
When we're done with you, you can make any phone call you want.
I gotta go. You want to come around and throw your weight around like I have to do everything you say. That's not the case. So if you don't want to show me something, you don't want to tell me what you're going to detain me for.
I did tell you.
No, you didn't.
I did.
So you can just make up whatever you want.
It's not made up.
It is made up because it's saying nudity. There's no nudity.
You keep chiming in, you're going to jail.
For what?
For talking?
Hindering.
Hindering.
During what?
Walk away.
We have our social distance.
Stop talking.
We have our social
I'm
distance.
dealing with them. I'm investigating them right now, not you.
Okay, and I'm with them.
You're still talking. Just bring it out.
You stare me down? Like, what is going on? This is the fucking Twilight Zone. Holy shit. Oh, that's so fun. What the
So
fuck?
like I'm
Oh,
I'm
wearing
so
the same outfit
Hey,
so many times.
Just invoke the fifth right now. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no need to talk and to speak with them. They're being irrational, unreasonable, and that's just how it is. So there's no reason to entertain them.
Oh my god. Yeah, what about the guys wearing Speedos? Or the other girls in dress? It's just us because those ladies do that. I don't care what women with children do. They chose to have children. They don't need to look at us.
I'd like to hear your explanation.
As soon as you can get the camera in my face, maybe go. You can explain. I have a camera go.
Okay. And I'd like one for my personal.
For what? You know, this is not investigate.
That's all right. It's all right.
But you keep entering.
I'm not entering. There's nothing going on right now that is inappropriate. And if there is, don't look. What I do is my business. I've walked in thongs down this street. Right? Same thing. Yeah. 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 Yeah, we literally just walked past the cops a couple hours ago wearing this and they said nothing. So, yeah, we said, what's up to Billy? We walked in and he was like, oh, hey, what's up?
Just don't understand.
It's because there's no standard. It's not
Maybe like if this is a thing, you should have thought something.
You can't legally enforce a dress code like that. You can't do it.
Let me see.
I'm not even sad about this. I'm just sad that it was other women. I know that's stupid, but
If you want to listen, you can.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Can you not be in the car? It makes me super uncomfortable.
Alright, specified anatomical parts. Male, public hair, buttocks, anus, bone, all this other stuff. That's what the thong comes. That's what the thong's coming about. Like I said, it's the original ordinance of the 530. And you can look this up on your phone too. It's not any secret school stuff. It says the same thing. It should be unlawful. It should be unlawful for any person intentionally on any public beach access, public waters, or public property, and the view of the public in such state of dress or undress as exposure as anatomically specified.
Laws must be applied consistently. Under the principle of equal protection of the 14th Amendment, law enforcement cannot be arbitrary or selective when many others dressed similarly go unpunished. If many people are dressed similarly, but only one is arrested because someone filed a complaint, then the question of selective enforcement may be raised. Laws are not just about the written word, but also about how they are applied.
That's what
He's like,
this
isn't nudity.
So
and I'm not saying you're nude. It's the fact you're out here in a thong. That's why we have to have a thong ordinance. We have to cover up. Two, if you're out here in a bathing suit and a cover up, you have a thong under it. That's fine. We're not that. That's what I'm saying. A thong where your butt is hanging out. In her case, you know, she's out here with a wet top with her, you know, her breasts.
We can use words. They're nipples. It's fine.
Well, yeah, but I'm trying to be.
You don't have to be. We're adults.
But like I said, and that's the reason why. All it is secret. That's all. If you want to put on a bathing suit top like yours, and you want to put on a cover up.
So how are we gonna put this? Like, I bought this at a store.
And I get it. Listen,
How can you have stores that sell thong bikinis and then not allow us
but they
to
also
wear
sell
them?
beach towels and stuff like that. This is our city ordinance as far as laws.
So every other woman in here, because I can see her butt there, I can see literally all of these girls' butts. Yeah, I can see a lot of nipples too.
Well, here's the difference. See how it's covered up still?
That girl in the white's just about the same amount. Her butt is mine.
That's what's going on.
So
you have to have a cover.
are there measurements?
Yeah, is there a size, or are we just making
it's just that
arbitrary?
You cannot be exposed in that sense. Like I said, we're perfectly
Can
okay.
you give us anything that's a better guideline, like in inches?
It's about an inch more than mine.
I understand you don't write the ordinances, but all right. So what about they had gentlemen in speedos, and I could clearly see every bit of their
We would have addressed
their package.
So we're just in trouble because someone complained about us specifically.
But if we complained about them, you would ask them as well. So if I said that I was uncomfortable with their butt cheeks, it would be the same thing.
Or if we said we were uncomfortable with the guy filming us, that would be a thing.
Well, here's the thing. The way you guys are dressed, like I said, if your butt is hanging out, yes, that is a violation of our city ordinance, which I've clearly told you.
So are you going to address?
I'm just curious.
Well, listen, they're in bathing suits that are covering up majority of their behinds or whatever.
No, but they're not though. They might be an inch more than mine.
Well, then you have to put on something. You cannot have a thong on this thing. It's butt exposed. You can't do it. It's more than safe.
But why is there?
So what's considered a thong? Because that's a Brazilian cut bikini.
We're not getting Brazilian
Because, well, it does matter because if I'm going to go buy a bikini, I would like to know if I can wear it.
But our ordinance just says buttocks. That's all it says.
Okay, so then that's a buttocks over there. So
And that's what
okay.
That was it. It could be
you're at.
literally.
I mean, that's what
This is my butt hanging out. That's what we're going to
This, I mean, that's what it is.
Could be hanging out.
That's what it is.
So their ass is out too.
So their ass is out
And
too.
that's what he's addressing.
Okay, so are we going to talk? Are we
going to talk to every woman on the beach right now?
and decide? Like, can we bring them over and then decide what an appropriate
No,
term
we're
is?
not going to debate this back and forth. It is. I clearly told you what it means and what it is. You can't have a thong. You have to have on some kind of an appropriate
But
attire.
if there was a thing that said specifically you can't wear a thong,
Well,
then that means literally the rest of these bikinis on the beach are not appropriate
A
either.
bikini, what they have is not exposing their whole behind all the way out to this. So that's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make. You have to have on some kind of a cover. In your case, you have to have on some kind of bikinis out with your nipples off the shirt. You have to have on. I know, but you have to have on some kind of a top like hers or something like that. Yes, that's appropriate.
Like, I didn't even know today when I left the house that it was maybe I didn't know it was see-through. So
And I mean, when you get wet in a white shirt, it's I'm not saying that you did anything wrong. I'm just saying you have to put something on to cover it up. You have kids out here and everything else. You have to cover it up. That's all we're trying to tell you.
This video revolves around 3 issues. First, the definition of nudity in the ordinance. Second, the level of reasonable suspicion for detention. Third, consistency in law enforcement. Bold attire is not automatically a crime, but if the ordinance defines it clearly and applies it correctly, intervention can be legal. It all depends on the precise wording of local law and how it is enforced.